We have covered two thematic sacrifices, bishop h7 and knight f7, and today it's going to be a different square and a different piece, which is knight e6. In this episode, we are going to learn something new, that is the sacrifice on e6, and it's usually going to be a knight sacrifice on e6. Today, we are going to learn something different from what we learned yesterday. As I already mentioned in the previous episode, there are different ways to give sacrifices. Usually it's done more often with the minor pieces, and the weak squares in the black position usually are either the h7 or the h6, g7 or the g6, pawn on f7 and pawn on e6. So these are the squares usually where most of the sacrifices happen, especially when either the black king is in the center or he has castled on the king side. Okay, the previous episode we have seen about sacrifices on h7. Now we are going to see sacrifices on e6, both with the king in the center and also in positions where he has already castled. Okay, so now let's start with a simple example. In this position, black has already castled and there is nothing left on the square on e6 for white to capture. The square e6, neither black nor white have anything. But even in this case, using the pin, the pawn on d5, rook d1, bishop d7 and queen d8. It's not a good idea to have our queen on the same file as the opponent's rook. So to exploit both these factors, white came up with this beautiful sacrifice knight e6. Okay? In knight e6, if he captures with fe6, then de6, we have this classical pin that's being exploited along the d file. So he didn't do that. He took bishop e6, and then after de6, the queen is under attack. So he has to either move the queen away or interfere. So he interfered with knight d6. And then after e takes f7 check, white got a very dominating position. The black's king side structure is completely collapsed and the white pieces, they all come to life. Okay, so here the sacrifice we saw on e6, there was nothing there. Okay, now let's see some position where there is some pawn on e6 and then we sacrifice a knight in that square. Let's go to the position in front of Pragya. This is a difficult one, but the position is set for an interesting sacrifice on e6. Pragya, can you tell me why the sacrifice on e6 should work? Without going into the variations, what gives you the idea that this sacrifice could work?
Because after they take f1 to e6, the g6 pawn becomes weak.
The g6 pawn, basically the king cover is being broken apart, right? The pawns e6, f7, g6,